Let's pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So yesterday I have talked about Anapana breathing meditation until first jhana, together with the 5 mastery. So today I will continue on to get second jhana. So if someone want to get a second jhana, first of all, you need to get first jhana together with the 5 mastery. So if so, you can try to get second jhana. So you should sit in meditation and go into the first jhana. Stay into the jhana for about 1 hour. So at that time may have a good concentration. So after that, emerge from jhana and reflect following ways. So how to reflect? First jhana is near the hindrances. Near the hindrances means defilements. If someone reduce concentration quality, so sensual object may come in mind. Because of this, first jhana is near to the hindrances. So because of Vidaka Vichara, which is gross, the jhana factors, and first jhana has weak jhana factors. Second jhana is more quiet. I want to get a second jhana like that. With this desire, continue to see the Patibhaga Nimitta. At that time, the Vidaka Vichara will appear as a gross factor. So later, the mind will remove Vidaka Vichara automatically. So among 5 jhana factor, if we remove Vidaka Vichara, only 3 factor will be left. So that is we call a second jhana. So first jhana has 5 factors. The function of 5 factors is first jhana. If you remove 2 factors called Vidaka Vichara, so only 3 factor left. So the function of 3 factor is second jhana. So object is the same, but the minds are working with the 3 functions. One is piti, joy. One is sukha, happiness. Another one is ekakata, one-pointedness. So if so, you should continue to stay on the nimitta. So at that time, you can feel changes. So second jhana is more quiet, more easy to control, more subtle. So can feel that. So jhana factor is only left 3. So if you want to get that jhana, need to remove another factor, piti, joy. So that jhana is working with the 2 factors, bliss or happiness or one-pointedness. So if you want to get fourth jhana, change. Instead of happiness, neutral feeling. So neutral feeling and one-pointedness. So the differences of jhana is jhana factors. First jhana 5 factors. Second jhana 3 factors. Third jhana 2 factors. Fourth jhana also 2 factors. But changing is instead of happiness, neutrality. So that is the way to go up. If you know how to go to second jhana, you can know third jhana, fourth jhana. Very similar. So if you want to get a second jhana, need to reflect the benefit of second jhana or the fault or weakness of first jhana. After that, wishing second jhana, you should continue to see the nimitta, and the mind will go into the second jhana automatically. So you practice the 5 mastery. After that, go to third jhana. So in the same way, practice the 5 mastery, go to fourth jhana. So for the jhana, if you can go for the jhana with this object, so that is the end of Anapana practicing about the samatha stage. So at that time, the mind is brilliant, ready to do anything, ready to do Vipassana. So the object is very bright, very peaceful. So at that time, you can go to practice Vipassana. But according to Pa-Auk Sayarji's teaching, after getting fourth jhana, trying to see 32 parts, body parts like hair, body hair, or something, liver or intestine, trying to see oneself and others. After that, practice Asubha meditation, formlessness, by seeing bone. So after that, by seeing the color of bone, practice a white color kasina. White, like that. By seeing blood, practice a red color kasina. Like a red, something like this. So, by seeing bone or hair, practice a black color kasina. By seeing fats or urine or feces, practice a yellow color kasina. Like that. After that, so seeing earth, practice earth kasina. Seeing water, practice water kasina. Seeing fire, practice fire kasina. Seeing wind, on to see trees are shaking. Beside the tree, you can imagine there is a wind. So, or the wind blow our body. Beside our body there is wind. So have to see, practice wind kasina. Then, by seeing a light, sometimes the sunlight shine into the house from the hole, some hole, so can see those shining. So another, like the light of moon, can practice. In the ancient times, sometimes they keep a candle light into some pot, water pot, facing into the wall. So in the wall there is light. So by seeing those lights also can practice light kasina. So with those kasina practicing can get 4 jhana we have said. Another 4 jhana called non-material jhana can practice, can get. So Sayarji teach. So after that, how to reflect Buddha's quality, how to do loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic rejoice, equanimity meditation. So that is also Sayarji teach. So after that only Sayarji start to teach Vipassana. The beginning point of Vipassana is a 4-element meditation, like water, fire, wind, earth element in this body. So if you practice like that, this body becomes light, transparent. After that, trying to see space. So once trying to see space, the body Body is, you can see space between two materialities. So body is like something combination of small things, like a combination of sand. So at that time you can break it down the body. So wherever the mind want to go, can go. Into the eye, if you want to see, can see. Into the ear, if you want to see, can see, like that. So that is the beginning point of practicing Vipassana. So what is Vipassana? Vipassana is, first of all, need to discern materialities. What kind of materiality we have? So in our body, if you press soft and hard, what is that? Something like this. Little bit wet, what is that? Into the eye, there is eye sensitivity, impinged by color and form. What is that? Something like this. So all materiality, we need to find out one after another. So according to Buddha's teaching, there are 28 materialities in both male and female, but in one, 27 materialities the Buddha teach. So first of all, you need to find out one after another about the 27 materialities. So second, have to go according to door, eye door. How many in the eye? Because the eye is very important to contact with the color object. So there is a need to know about our body. Because of this, into the eye, how many types of materiality? After that, into the ear, nose, into the tongue, in the body. Body is just touching wherever. Okay. So another one is into the heart, where the mind exists, where the mind arises. So according to sixth door, we have to find out materialities. So if so, we can know the basis of mentalities. Because with this six doors, we're trying to see, we're trying to listen, we're trying to smell, we're trying to taste, we're trying to touch, we can think. So that is our doors. From those doors, the objects are coming. So objects impinge these doors or these base. When the object impinge our doors, our mind arise, our feeling arise, our thought arise. So if we want to know mentalities, we should know the basis of our body. So after knowing a base, trying to impinge with the object, at that time the mind arise. So if so, later we have a chance to know mentalities. So because of this, first of all, trying to find out 28 materialities. Second, according to door, eye door, how many materialities? Ear door, how many materialities? Nose door, tongue door, body door, and the heart. So according to Buddhist idea, the mind, most of mind arise into the heart, not into the brain. So so there are some causes about that. So if we got angry, heart is beating. So people say heart broken, heart heated, like that. So the mind exists there. So once the mind have anger or something, sorrow, heart, the blood heat. Those bloods are spread the whole body. Maybe if you disappointed, you may scratch head. So no, because the mind exists in the brain. So according to our view, maybe the blood go into the brain. So the head is not compatible. So scratching head is because of that. Some teachers explain. Some teachers are in the head. There are few bases like eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base is on the head. So many objects hitting in those places, like the minds are existing in the brain, but not really. So actually into the heart. So if we read Buddhist scriptures, usually say heart wishes, like that, something heart wishes, heart desire. Someone want to be something very much. Why? In the previous life, near that moment, so we have a karma, what I want to be, like that. So that karma produces this heart, this materiality. So most of materiality is that karma produces the Bhuanga mind, sleeping in mind. The object of sleeping in mind is that object. Because of this, some of people, from the beginning point of life, something they want to be very seriously. So difficult to stop. So such a kind of wishes, we may say heart wishes. So like that. So in the beginning point of life also, we start the materialities in the heart area. So why we can know that? So in one sutta, one of the Deva asked the Buddha. The Buddha said there is no life in the materiality. If so, how can manage the small being in the mother womb to grow up, to come out? So like that. So in the mother womb, a small dot which is clear or transparent, very small dot. So like oil. So some hair, the hair of small goat or sheep, take out one hair, put it into the oil. After that, drop out, take out. So on the top of hair, there is one spot of oil. So the beginning point of life in the mother womb is such amount of being, very small being. So in that materiality, there is a body sensitivity, there is a heart space, and there is a male and female materiality. So male and female is a start from that time, very beginning point of life. So also heart base also starts from there. So that is according to scriptures saying 3 conditions to be like this. One is mother and father need to associate. One is must have debt, being in debt of one being. So another thing is there is a karma to have it in those life. So if mother and father associates within 7 days or within 15 days, 2 ideas the new being can stay into the mother womb. So very early stage. So at that time, heart area, the materiality heart area arise already, very small things. So according to that sutta called Indaka Sutta, in the first week just drop of oil, transparent, clear. So later like abuddha means like a foam, foam. So foam more like a soap or pour more some water. So that is called in Bali abuddha. It is in 2nd week. So after that, in the third week, basic is like a piece of meat. So after that become hard. In the 4th week, become hard. So after that, in the 5th week, start to appear this here 100 place, little bit like a knot. So 200 place, 2 leg place, and 1 head place. So 5 knot start to appear. So heads are like after 5th week, eye, ear, nose, tongue after like 7 or some might say 11 weeks appears those things. So brain are very late to appear, but the minds exist already. So because of this, we cannot accept the mind is existing in the brain. So only maybe body consciousness too. If someone hit in the brain, you may know that is the only true consciousness. When someone hit or when you have a headache, something, such a kind of mind only can exist. The other, happy and sad, every mind arise into the heart. So another reason is you may need to know as a knowledge what is the death. It is very important. Sometimes a Buddhist we confuse what is the death. So final stage. So according to Buddha's teaching, one is life faculty was gone from this body. Life faculty means so our body, dead body, not the same. Our body is, although don't put the refrigerator, still refreshing. So because of that life faculty protect in our body, no need to put a refrigerator. So dead body, if you don't put those things, will found soon because of no protection, no one of life faculty. So the life faculty was gone. Next one is osama. The heat, body heat, was gone. No more heat in the body. But some people say body is a heat, but hand and leg cold. That is because of weak. If weak, maybe heat from the heart area cannot spread the whole body. So some of that maybe like a dying fast. So body heat cannot spread the whole body, only main place still having. So maybe the last point is the heart area may have a heat. So next one is consciousness. That is may not know, not easy to know. Anyway, no consciousness. So death is no life faculty, no body heat, no consciousness. So if these three go away from the body, this body no more value. No more value. So Prabhadana achetana. Achetana is no endeavor, no any issue like that, no any stimulation. Prabhadana become the food of others. The food of others. So yeah, as long as we have these three, then we can say, how I am, something like this. But once this three things go away from the body, this body is no more value like that. Some monks say the dead body of chicken and pork still have value. But the dead body of human is no more value. Nobody want to see. So no more useful anymore like that. So doctors, I heard some doctors saying brain dead. So means the heart is still alive. So if so, that is we may consider it is being alive. As long as the heart beating, still have a body heat. So body heat sometimes may not stop suddenly. For example, like cooking something, you take out from the fire, still have a heat. But no more sauce, later will cool down. But it is not sure. A very strong fire only will be like this. If a fire is very small originally, although you put into the fire, still not so heat. So in the same way, some people may die slowly if so. Heat maybe a little, still alive. So need to make sure about that. If so, you may be Panantipada, like something like this. But as long as you don't have to desire to kill, no Panantipada. Anyway, need to make sure. So because of this, the beginning point also start from heart area, and the last point of life also heart area. So because of this, heart is a very important body part. So our minds are most of mind arise in the heart area. So first, Vipassana practicing is have to discern materialities in the 6 doors: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the heart place. So after that, we try to discern the materialities according to 32 parts or 42 parts. So already quite enough, but according to Visuddhimagga's suggestion, maybe better way, because knowing the materiality is just 1 time, 2 times not enough. You need to repeat again and again to make it clear. If a materiality is clear, you can be clear mentality. So that is the way. So among materiality also, if 4 elements is clear, the other materiality clear, like that. So mentality, if not clear, you go by materiality. If materiality not clear, you go to practice 4 elements. If 4 elements not clear, if so, you establish Anapana to get a stronger concentration. That is the practicing way. So if we start Anapana, if Anapana is good, 4 elements will be clear. If 4 elements clear, the other materiality will be clear. So if materiality clear, the mentality will be clear. So that is the way of practicing. So because of this, now we have discerned 28 materialities, materialities in the 6 doors. After that, we also try to discern 32 parts or 42 body parts. 32 parts is like a hair, body hair, nail, teeth, skin, flesh, bone marrow, sinews, kidney, or lung or livers, etc. So those parts, because it is also, you need to know what kind of materiality it is. Because normally we think this is my liver, this is my heart. So we combine already. So not to combine like this. So what is liver? We need to know. What is the heart? Because nowadays diseases are so many. Some people have heart disease, some people have liver disease. So if you discern again and again like this, you may not think this is a mind disease. You may think this is a materiality's nature. Materiality is a disease. You may not occupy as a me, as a mind. So if so, you can reduce your sorrow. So because of this, we need to discern what kind of materiality they are. So like the same as the other body normally. So that is discerning way about the materialities. So after that, we have to discern mentalities. So mentality is when we see something, how we see. So when we see someone, what is his name? Who is he? Man or woman? Where he come from? Like that. Those are what kind of materiality, mentality arising when we are seeing something. So, according to scriptures saying, if we see something, first of all, need no color and form with the indoor process. So second time, with the mindful process, we know again color and form. With that mindful process, we know that is like the body, something like this body. So after that, we give a name. What is his name? Or human, or cow, or dog, like that. So process arising like this. So seeing something followed by mindful. Mindfuls are follow, like who is he? What is his name? So once we see something, our minds become very busy. In the same way, once we hear something, with the ear, mostly we know only just the sound. So after that, we think, what is the meaning? Like that. So mindfuls are busy. So mindful, ear or mind or nose it or smell. What is it? This is smell. So once you know, oh, this is the smell of a very, very good or standard perfume. If so, you may make a value with your mind. So if you understand, oh, that is maybe low standard perfume. If so, you may not make a value, even in the same smell. So mind process are different decision. Only for those who know about that, those perfume only may make a value like that. So here I use a lot of car, not my car, others car. So for me, all cars are the same. Later, some of my car from Myanmar come, so they say, oh, this is which type of car. So at that time only my mind start to think, oh, this is very great to use this car, something like this. So previously I don't know, just go into the car, something, all cars are the same. So based on our perception, we have marked before, so mind laws are working. So because of this, some people offer the food. If they don't say, for my taste, only I know the taste. But some people say, oh, this is coming from Italy or something like that. So if so, after eating, we have to think, oh, that is so great. So based on our perception, we have marked, our minds are working. So after touching, also the same. So that is mostly mind, ear or mind, nose or mind, tongue or mind, touching or mind. So sometimes a pure mind, just no touching, no seeing, thinking about something. So based on where our mind turns. So meditation is such kind of object. So focus on Anapana or focus on Bodhanosati. What you want to do, you can do. So meditations inclining the mind towards suitable object with a suitable attitude. So we can incline. So where we want to. For example, if we want to think about Buddha's quality, can think. So like that. So if we want to practice the 4 elements, focus the body. If we want to practice metta, focus other being. May you be happy, or may he be happy, like that. So that is the work of mind. So those process we need to know how we think, how we happy, or something, how we set. So that is a discerning mentality. So after discerning mentality, next step is we have to discern causes. What is the causes of materiality? What is the causes of mentality? So after that you know materiality of this body outside, mentality also inside and outside need to know, causes also need to know. After that only we may try to see arising and perishing of those things to get disenchantment, to reduce attachment. So if we know we don't have attached towards the body, so we will see the liberation of this mentality, materiality. So that is our aim. So if we know causes, we can stop this body. So one of cause is not knowing truly. We call it avijja, ignorance. Not knowing truly is knowing wrongly. As a man, as a woman, as a me or others, that is knowing wrongly. So it is a very important cause to produce lives. So to stop that cause, we have to try to know reality. So what is the reality? Materialities, mentalities, and the causes. So if we have knowing enough, so we can get liberation. We can stop the causes of the body. So if we can stop the body, surely we may not have any suffering. So because of this, there is a body, there is a suffering. There is life, there is a suffering. So if no life, no body, no problem. So if many body, many problems. So that is the practicing Vipassana. So so now we will teach 5 indriya, controlling faculties of the mind. So how to control our mind? So Nimitta Sutta, you may have read, or you can read yourself. So key point in the next page is sometimes the course of concentration we need to practice. Sometimes the course of effort. Sometimes the course of equanimity. So that means our mind sometimes very agitated, very excited, very active. It is also not so good. If a very active, the mind agitated, not peaceful, may cause agitation. Sometimes our mind very lazy, very slow. If so, that is a much concentration. It is also may sleep, may fall asleep. It is also not good within meditation. Or sometimes our mind is balancing. Physically, 3 things. So balancing is feel good, the situation is good. So can be 3 situations according to this sutta. So if balancing, it is okay. It is okay. So just look at, like simile is like a golden smith blows at the gold, blows on the gold with the fire. Or if you do only that, the gold will burn. So next one is sprinkles water on it. If you do only that, always pouring water, if so, just cooling, you may not be able to do ornaments such as a necklace, earring, because you always pouring water. So next one is simply looks on it, at it. So sometimes, so golden smith need to do sometimes blowing, sometimes sprinkling, sometimes simply looking at. If so, occasionally you put into the fire, occasionally you pour water, occasionally you see situation and do ornaments. So in the same way, our mind also sometimes agitated, if so need to cool down, sometimes very cold, also need to make effort, sometimes it's balancing. If so, need to check within meditation. So if so, in this because of this, sometimes we need to dispel laziness. Sometimes we need to dispel agitation to make a balance the mind. So, if many concentration, for example, concentration and effort, need to balance. If much concentration, no effort, if so, may sleepy, may lazy. Like some of people are reading in the book, no other thought, only this attention, but not much effort. How will be? Later will sleep. It is also no work. Some people, reading, or maybe reading loudly, but the mind want to go somewhere. Although making effort, the mind not peaceful, want to go here and there because of something, only making effort. It is also no work. So making an effort, only no concentration. So the mind was shaking, working hard, but cannot collect the mind to focus one object. So because of this, concentration effort need to balance. So what is concentration? Here mentioned like 4 aspects about explaining about the concentration. You can read. But here I may say, for example, some of people focusing in the Anapana, no other thoughts. No other thoughts. So focusing here, that is a concentration. Now, if some people are working hard, because of working hard, the mind not go away for a long time. But focusing here, not peaceful. Because of making effort, working hard only, the mind stay here. Actually not peaceful. A little bit going, come back like that. So not peacefully knowing. Not go away for a long time, but not peaceful having in this object. So if so, need to high up concentration. Need to practice peacefully. How to practice? So we should see page number 4. How to increase concentration. So that is to calm down the mind. To have a concentration. Keep the physical body and the surrounding environment clean. So if it's the surrounding environment clean, you can get concentration. Next one, balance the 5 controlling faculties. How to balance? That's what we are teaching. So be proficient or adept at learning the meditation object, nimitta, cultivating it and protecting it. So that is a nimitta, 3 nimitta. That's you need to learn how the object is, how is it, so how much enough. Something you are knowing in the breath, and need to discuss about the object with the experienced teacher. What is the right situation? So how much we need to be clear. What is enough? So another one is relax the mind at suitable times. So sometimes need to relax, because very excited, sometimes the faith become very increased. Maybe some lay people go to the meditation center, like 1 week or 10 days, 1 month, limited time. So maybe if I go for 7 days or 10 days, maybe after 4 days, 5 days, you got some concentration. At that time, very hurry, because after 7 days, need to go back and go and work, like that. So because of limited time within these days, want to improve a lot. So making it hard, so the mind not balance sometimes. So to improve some situation, although you are correct, need the time. We cannot improve certainly sometimes. So because of this, some efforts are not useful. So like a medicine, 1 day 1 tablet, every day 1 month. I will take 1 day 30 tablets. So it is cannot. That is need a regular effort. You cannot do one time making a big effort. So because of this, sometimes not useful efforts. If you are using, relax the mind at a suitable time. No choice. Although you are going back or not, that is no case. You have to do properly, like that. So trying to relax. Rally the mind at a suitable time. I think rally is make effort the mind. Sometimes if lazy, little bit make effort. So about the Anapana meditation, if sometimes a very lazy way you are practicing, a little bit I'm trying to know about the object a little bit more. I want to know, like that, making effort. If so, will be clear. The mind may alert. When the mind lacks peace and pleasure during meditation, make the mind peaceful and happy through faith and samvega. So sometimes we practice meditation, we are not happy, not peace. If so, we try to have faith. This method is taught by the Buddha. So Buddha is a very perfect one. So if I follow systematically, I will improve. So you should have such faith. So faith in reality. Some people the object is correct, their thinking is maybe correct, may not be correct, not so sure, cannot decide, have doubt. If so, also they are not faith in reality. Usually, objects are now enough, it is correct, but you are thinking not correct. So, if so, not having faith in the right object. If so, you may not happy. So, trying to have a faith. So, trying to ask a teacher, how is it? It is enough or not? For example, teacher may do decision. If so, you will have a faith in that object. So, can be happy. Samvega is something fear with wisdom. Fear with wisdom is some kind of fear is with wisdom. For example, people nowadays afraid of cancer. That's sometimes we need to be afraid because it is a possibility. So, in the same way about the life, we have a limited life. Within these limitations, we need to have the best. We need to do the best job. So, that is a situation we should know. But some of people are wasting the time, doing here and there, not important things. So, because of this, at that time, we need to produce samvega by reflecting sufferings about the life. For example, after passing away, we may go to woeful state. It is very suffering. So, if we don't have a Dhamma, we will do evil things in the future. If so, as a result, we will suffer. In the same way, in the past life, many lives, we have done unwholesomeness. Now not yet producing results. Sometime later will produce results. So, those are very fearful things in life. So, within this limited time, we need to overcome such a situation. So, if you think like that, samvega, some of fear arise within you. So, that fear will push you not to be lazy, to meditate, like that. So, if someone is not happy, not peaceful in meditation, trying to have faith or trying to have samvega, if so, will be happy. Will be happy is because of fear, have to do action. Some are because of faith. So, next one, when effort and concentration are balanced, when the mind is neither agitated nor lazy, maintain the mind in such a state. That situation is knowing the object well. Feel, you can check, feel very obvious, knowing comfortably. So, some more people, if they know comfortably, so they are thinking, very good time, I need to make effort. So the mind change, so become excess effort. So if the mind is okay, feel is good, knowing the object comfortably, that is a balancing time. Just maintain longer time. Although your mind is balancing, now balance, now improve. May not be like this. Balancing time need quite long time. If so, improvement will come. Because of this, if a feel is okay, knowing comfortably or peacefully, if so, just maintain that, not change the method. Maintain to make it longer. So, next one is not associated with the one who has no concentration. Some of people are speaking here and there. Many news from the world come out from him. So, if you associate with those people, you may not be able to focus one object. Some of people is the problem or the world, or the problem or the world is a problem like that. So, next one is associated with one who has concentration. It is very important. So, reflect upon the benefits of absorption, jhana, further knowledge, fruition knowledge, deeply. So, we need to think about the benefit of, like Anapana, benefit of further fruition knowledge. Those are very great. I want to be So something like this. Next one is inclined to get concentration. So want to get concentration. So some of people peacefully practicing, oh, I want to be like this. Some of people meditating in time very quiet. You need to incline, I want to be like this. So it is very important to produce something you want to get. So inclination. That is to increase concentration. So next one is effort. Some of people mean much effort, much concentration, less effort. If so, need to increase effort. Much concentration is like reading a book, no other thought. This is thought only, but lazy way, doing lazy way. And later we're sleepy, we're lazy. That is what we say. Much concentration, no effort. So how to produce effort? Reflect the danger of woeful states of samsara, etc. Danger of woeful state, danger of life, danger of present time. So reflect. If we think about danger, our mind become alert. We need to make action. So mostly even worldly things, in the poor stage, people, because of suffering of being poor, they make effort. Later, after that, become rich, forget all suffering. So start to be lazy. So if I want to produce effort, see the danger of something, being poor or like that. So reflect the danger of a woeful state, about the hell, about the animal, about the ghost. Those are very suffering. That can be our destination if we don't have a Dhamma. So number 2 is reflect on the benefit of effort. So yes, have a benefit of effort, but sometimes we forget. Although I do this job, what improvement? Not like that actually. Whatever you do, you make effort in good way, result will come up. But you need time. So before enough time, you need to reflect about the benefit of effort. For example, if you learn English now, will have a benefit later. If you learn Chinese, something later after 2 years will have a benefit. What kind of benefit I will have, I need to think. In the same way, if you go to Myanmar, meditate 1 year, will have a benefit. So you need to think about benefit of effort. So if so, you can make effort. So most of the people who are working hard, they believe benefit of their job. Because of this, they can produce a lot of effort, long period. After that, they got results. So reflect on the way we have to practice. We have to practice. The way of practicing is the Eightfold Noble Path. One who has no effort cannot increase, cannot progress upon this way. Buddha and his disciples all have to take the same way to Nibbana. So our way is not for lazy one. The Buddha also teach. Dhamma is not for lazy one. Dhamma is not for forgetful one. Dhamma is for those who has mindfulness, who has effort. So that is our way. Need to reflect. So number 4 is reflect alms food. Thereby one gives back to the alms givers by exerting efforts in meditation. So most of practitioners are accepting food donated by others. So need to reflect about alms food. So that's it. Alms food, I need to give it back. How to give? No choice. Instead of making effort, you need to make. People believe Dhamma. Dhamma is very powerful. If someone practices Dhamma, many people want to support. So because of this, they give food respectfully, so I need to make effort to give back them. So because of this, reflect on the food. It is a need to know. Just knowing need to enough. No need to enough. Not enough. Need to reflect because our mind is easy to forget. Yes, and now you are little bit. 1 day, 2 day, if you eat of food, you may not forget. But if you stay longer, like monks, practitioners, sometimes we slowly forget if we don't reflect. So we have to reflect occasionally or every day. So if so, we can understand that. So next one is reflect on the superiority of the noble person's property, which one can receive as an inheritance. Noble person's properties consist of faith, morality, moral shame, fear of doing evil, knowledge, generosity, and wisdom. These are noble person's property. So good persons, they trying to get those things, like as a money. So normal people are just collecting money. They believe money can save their life. But noble persons believing is not like that. Faith, morality, moral shame, fear of doing evil, wrong, knowledge, generosity, wisdom, that can save life. As long as we have these things, we can manage the life. So noble persons are thinking like that. Because of this, they faith and karma, faith, morality, they collect as a property. As long as they have these things, wherever they go, those are will produce a benefit. So because of this, they protect morality. They believe in cause and effect. So they believe moral shame to do evil things. Don't do like that. They are believing is shame is important, or fear is important. Fear to do evil things is important. As long as you are afraid of doing evil things, it is good. It is a property. It is wealth. So as long as have knowledge is especially understanding karma and karma results, at least. So those people cannot be poor in the samsara because they know how to create karma. Karma create lives. So they're trying to have a good karma. In the same way, generosity. Giving is according to their desire or understanding. Generosity is that is collecting money, or some people say giving is taking, like that. So next one is wisdom. Maybe knowledge is just listening knowledge. Wisdom is practical practicing. So next one is reflect on superiority of the teacher Buddha. So sometimes if we forget about the teacher, superiority of the teacher, we may not have effort. So the teacher Buddha is very superior. The thing he teaches is very precious. We need to try. Whoever follow his method will increase benefit. So in the right teaching, energetic one have a benefit. No energetic one will be suffer. So in the wrong teaching, no energetic one is okay. Energetic one more suffering. So like that. So the Buddha says right teaching. Because the right teaching, if you really do, really will have a benefit. It is very sure. Even monks, you should see, some monks are less faith. A little bit morality adjusted with the knowing this situation. So some monks are not like that. Strictly, they're trying to follow the Buddha's teaching. So finally, I think they gains a lot of benefits. So because of this, if we are lazy, we need to reflect superiority of the teacher of Buddha. The Buddha is very superior. if we can follow, surely we will have a benefit. So in this way, you can reduce your effort. Next one is reflect on the superiority of clan and caste. Clan and caste is what? Sajjan clan. So the Buddha's clan is a Sajjan clan. Sajjan clan is very superior. So we are the sons and daughters of the Buddha. Therefore, we are part of his superior clan. So Sajjan clans are very energetic people. So higher clans should produce effort, not like a lower clan. So so rise up your clan, reflect about your clan, and make effort. So next one, reflect on the superiority of Dhamma friends. Dhamma friends. Dhamma friends are like Bani Sariputta, Bani Moggallana, superior Dhamma friend. Nowadays, some practitioner who has a strong effort, so those are superior friends. So we associate with those friends, think about them. They are very superior, so they are very energetic ones. We should be like this. We are one of them. So next one is not associated with one who is lazy. So if you associate with the lazy one, later you also will be lazy. Huh? So in my studying time, there is two bhikkhus, because usually bhikkhus are sleeping in the hall. So this bed and that bed. So morning time they see each other. From this bed, Bande from this bed, rise up at the mosquito net to see the other Bande. The other Bande is a mosquito net still having. So, my friend Noya get up. He sleep again. So the other side also Bandes are seeing another Bande. Oh, here's a Noya get up. So he also sleep again. So seeing each other, sleep until downtime. Later the teachers are coming and scold them. So sometimes we are seeing each other. It's he. So like that. So if you associate with the energetic one, he is already wake up and should get up or something like this. So because of this, not associated with the one who is lazy, associated with the one who makes effort. So now if you stay in Singapore, you cannot get up 3:30 or 4 o'clock, 4:30 like that. But if you join retreat, you can get up. So because of this, sometimes at least occasionally we need to go those places to make effort. So after I come back, maybe until 1 week you can get up early. After 1 week, no more. So because of this, sometimes we need to go those places like an intensive retreat. So incline to get effort, inclination. It is important. So some people, there are many people who are energetic. So if we see those people, we need to think, we need to incline. I want to be like this. At least I want to be. It is very important. Should we like this? I want to be like this. So that is a very gentle way to push ourselves. So that is the inclination. In the same way, meditating in time, if you are lazy, just you need to incline. I want to know little bit more. So I want to know little bit more. I want to try little bit more. If you think like that quite enough, the effort come out like that. So sleepiness will go away. So become balance. So if concentration and effort balance, so if too much effort also not losing energy. So very less effort also laziness come out. So if the mind is balanced, like comfortably doing. So it is very good. So like driving cars. So some the road are very straight. If so, you no need to make effort. What happen? Sleepy. So if the roads are very dangerous, also the mind have agitation. So something balancing and driving is some kind of road only, not so much dangerous or not so comfortable, not so straight. If so, your mind balancing. So in the same way, a lot of effort also no good. Just concentration, no effort also was sleepy. Need to adjust. So now wisdom and faith. So wisdom is understanding, faith is believing. Some of people only have wisdom, always finding a method, finding a system, but no faith in. Maybe not correct, may not be correct someday. So they are always finding ways, no belief. If so, they has a lot of knowledge or a lot of maybe excuse, a lot of reasons, like that. So some of people may say, oh, no need to meditate. Meditation is mind important. Just that you need to think good things enough. Something like this. So some people say, oh, although you are practicing, after I come back, will be the same with me. So we have a joke. One of the bandits said, although they are trying to get a Tibetan or like memorizing all Bidkas, one day he will forget, will be the same as me. So some of people have a lot of reason, so a lot of understanding, but not really have a faith, not put into action. So in the same way, even Anapana, some of people finding this way and that way, a little bit doing, after that they release again, and then finding next way, like that. Instead of trying and believing, they are finding ways. So it is also not enough. Sometimes I need time, need to do with the faith for some period. Always finding a way, no work. So some people have a lot of faith, no wisdom. Once some people say believe, even object Anapana, just no need to do anything, just meditate, later will improve. It is also not correct. Sometimes the way he do may not be correct, although he believe. So if so, may believe in wrong ways. So even like taking a refuge, they believe everything. If so, may have a wrong believing. So it is also not good. So because of this, I need to balance. So how to increase wisdom? Wisdom is so wisdom is active type. Faith is a quiet type. Like a faith, concentration, quiet type. Wisdom, effort is active type. So inquire about the five aggregates, about the wholesomeness and the unwholesomeness, sometimes Vipassana, etc. So now we are learning about the Anapana. Need to know how to practice, how is the nimitta, how to sit, like that. About the knowledge you need to have. So if you practice Vipassana, what is the five aggregates? So what is the wholesomeness? What is the unwholesomeness? That is the general way. About the Anapana also, you need to know what is the place to note, how to sit, like that, how to control the mind. Those are you need to do. Keep the physical body and the surrounding environment clean. So if very messy. You are not clear, may not have knowledge. Balance the 5 controlling faculties. Avoid or not associate with the one who has no wisdom. Some are totally no wisdom, no ask a question, not learn anything like that. Associate with the one who has wisdom. Some of people collect informations, have wisdom, associate with those people. Reflect the power of deep wisdom. Power of deep wisdom is very great, very good. If someone have wisdom, it is very good, very beneficial. In this way, you need to reflect. Because if you reflect, you may want to get wisdom. If so, you may get. Next one is inclined to get wisdom. You need to note inclination always have. So, if you want to be knowledgeable person, first, one thing you need is inclination, want to be knowledgeable person. Something like this. So, about the Anapana also, it is enough or not? Knowing like this is enough or not? Which place? It is correct or not? You need to know. So, if so, that is about the wisdom, how to increase. Next one is faith, how to increase. Faith is believing, how to believe. One should place faith on these 8 objects. The quality of Buddha, if it reflects, faith will increase. Because the Buddha is like knowing everything about the Anapana, he is perfect, something like this. So, if you know about the Buddha, you will have faith. The qualities of Dhamma, if I practice Anapana meditation, so Anapana meditation is like qualities of Dhamma is Sakado Bhagavata Dhamma, well taught. Dhamma is well taught. Well taught means if the Buddha say, if you practice Anapana, you will get this benefit, this and that benefit. If you do, you will have really, according to teaching. So some of teaching are just teaching, no reality. If you follow, not have such a benefit. It is we don't call well taught. Well taught means if you follow, you surely will get. If so, that is well taught. So Sakado means well taught. Well taught means if you follow according to Dhamma, for example Anapana, if you practice the Buddha say, you can get happiness in this life, so can remove agusala within a short time, for example. If you do according to Buddha's teaching, will have that benefit surely. If so, that is well taught. So next quality is ehi pasiko. You may know ehi pasiko is ehi is a come, pasiko is worthy of to call come and see. Worthy of Dhamma is worthy of to call come and see. So the Buddha's teachings are like this. Can call someone come and see, come and practice. You will get that benefit. Because of reality, the Buddha can call. Dhamma is worthy of to call come and see. If you are not reality, little far from only have to show. If you really come and see, later will know that is artificial one, fake one. Like that, like magic things, have to see a little far, cannot closer to them. If you closer to them, you will see reality. Reality is not real things, something like this. So Buddha's teachings are not like this. If you really come and see, more clear, it is correct. Because of reality, it is worthy of to go come and see. So Anapana also the Buddha teaches like this. It is worthy of to go come and practice. So if you reflect like this about the Dhamma, you will believe, you will have faith in Anapana or in other Dhamma. So the same. So the qualities of Sangha, you need to reflect. Qualities of Sangha, Buddha Dhamma Sangha have a connection. Sangha is who improve in Dhamma. So those are well practitioner, or respectfully practitioner, like that, suitably practitioner. So what they practice Dhamma. So if you reflect the Sangha's quality, you have faith in Dhamma, faith in Anapana Sati, like that. 3 trainings, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. So you need to practice Sila, Samadhi, Panya. So Sila also because of reality. So if you are not killing, not stealing, later your life will be happy. If you practice, later you will know. If you know, you will believe more. Samadhi also the same. If you practice Anapana, later seeing the light, or peaceful, at that time you will believe more. In the same way, Panya. Next one is a dependent origination, connecting cause and effect. If you know at that time, really have a cause and effect, you will believe. There are 5 aggregates of the past, the 5 aggregates of future, the 5 aggregates, the past and future together. So those are Vipassana stage. Once you see past and future, so at that time you will believe, there is a future life, there is a past life. You understand. Faith increase more. So one should listen to good Dhamma and so forth. Good Dhamma is some kind of Dhamma can produce faith, very good Dhamma. So one should associate with the good persons, like a Buddha, it is Buddha, Vijayaka Buddha. So if you associate with them, their behavior is very good. Cannot see any fault of them. So you will have faith more. So nowadays also, you need to associate with the good practitioners. If so, their behavior is good. Faith will increase more. So one should have a proper attention. Proper attention is according to Buddha's teaching, how we should thought about our body, like that. Anapana is one kind of proper attention. So one should practice according to Dhamma. So according to the Dhamma. It is also very important. Some people practice, but not according to Dhamma. If so, they will not have benefits. If they don't have a benefit, they will lose faith. Because of this, if someone wants to increase faith, need to practice according to Dhamma. So if you practice according to Dhamma, so faith will be more, like that. So about the Anapana, if you practice something, need to learn what is correct. After learning what you do, you should believe what you do. If although it is correct, you are doing is correct. If you think, is it correct or not correct? If so, the energy not have, because you are thinking a little bit doubt. If so, the mind weak, so cannot maintain longer time. So whoever has a faith can maintain the mind here. So some of people knowing the breath is what meaningful, what benefit. So they don't believe in the breath, so cannot control the mind to stay longer time. Even may not meditate, because they are believing is different. In the same way, if you believe karma results, you can do more long time. You are happy to do. So if someone not believe, so cannot do. Even in listening in Dhamma, who believe in the Dhamma, it is beneficial, so can listen longer time. If not, cannot. Because of this, faith also one kind of quality to control the mind to the object. So because of this, trying to understand about the practicing and believe what you do. If so, you can stay in the object longer time. So those are controlling faculties. So to control the mind on the object, one needs effort, at least a little effort. Trying to have this object, you need concentration, you need understanding or knowing the breath, you need believing on the breath. It is a beneficial object, so this is a unit. So another factor is mindfulness. We may translate another remembrance. So need to remember this object. always. So going back and forth, going into to and fro. So anyway, with the object. Looking in front, looking into one side with Anapana. Bending and stretching the limbs with what? With Anapana. So holding, wearing one's robe, double robes, and a bowl, eating and drinking, bathing, linking, blazing off feces and urine, doing other small actions. Whatever you do, if you do with Anapana, that is a remembrance. You cannot forget a long time. So if you forget a long time later, meditating in time also, you are thinking other things. The object will not come to you because you forget a long time. He also trying to forget you. So because of this, whatever you are doing, you should remember. You should mindful. If you are practicing Anapana, mainly Anapana. If you are practicing 4 elements, must remember 4 elements in this way. So how to increase mindfulness and clear comprehension in all activities? Sadhaka samsanya. So sabaya samsanya. Something you will do, first of all, you have to think beneficial or not. If it's beneficial, you should do. If it's not beneficial, you should not do. So even in seeing, hearing, eating, anything, you should do. Next one, Gochara Samsanya. That is together with the object. Whatever you do, you should do together with Anapana. Asamoa Samsanya is understanding about the movement of the body. That is related to Vipassana, related to Dhamma. So if you are practicing Anapana, you cannot do, if you are not yet knowing how we speak, how we move, about the Abhidhamma, you cannot do these jobs. Anyway, in this situation, you can think whatever movement you do, whatever you do, first of all, you need to think beneficial or not. Second time, you should do with the object. So, that is like that. Now we are 4 o'clock. So continue talking is beneficial or stopping is beneficial. Which one is beneficial? Yeah, based on that, if I continue, may not be beneficial. To see face is not so nice. So like that, something first of all we need to think. After that, we need to go with breathing or like that. If we are focusing meditation to improve. So next one, avoid, not associate with the one who has no mindfulness. Other people, some more people are going freely, eating freely, so no associate. Because they not have remembrance. Associate with the one who has mindfulness. Some more people, they are practicing always. Some more meditators quietly, always trying to know the object, trying to remember the object. So those people are who has mindfulness, inclined to get mindfulness. Oh, I want to be like this. I want to practice always. Inclination need. Some more people are not pushing their desire. I want to be like this. Always focusing on right object, remembering right object. So I want to be like this. So that is a general way, at least. So mindfulness is not excess, always need. At least you need to remember your object. But effort have a limit. Concentration, wisdom, faith have a limit. Much not so good. Need to balance. So mindfulness or remembrance, the object is always a need. So what you are practicing, you need to remember that. At least if we are not Anapana practitioner, so generally as a Dhamma, now what we are doing, what is the benefit? For example, remember. For example, now we are talking and listening in Dhamma, it is beneficial. So like that, but not more than 4 o'clock. So that is the timing. Huh? So timing and speaking in timely also important. Because of this, now we will do movement. Stopping is beneficial. So if there is a question, you can ask.
Anyone has a question?
So these are last course. Next week we may go to retreat.
Vấn Chỉ, for Dhamma, it is also said that the Dhamma is well taught in the beginning, good in the beginning, good in the middle, good at the end. What does this mean? Good in the beginning, good in the middle, good in the end.
There are a few definitions, so I cannot remember all. For example, first of all is morality. Morality also good. Concentration is middle. It is also good. Wisdom Panya is the end. It is also good. Something like this. So, like this. Or another one is priyati, like teaching. Teaching is good. Good means listening to the Buddha's teaching. Everything's like no harming others, no harming own self. So teaching also good. Practicing in time also perform like practicing no killing, no stealing, or breathing meditation. Those are no harming others, no harm own self. It is also good. So as a result, if we practice systematically like later, Pativedana. Pativedana is a penetrative knowledge, like seeing a Nibbana. So it is also good. So there are a few definitions. I cannot remember all. That is a few things.
Sorry, Bhante. You are teaching this course more on mindfulness, focusing on Anapana. What about the feelings, the mind states, and the Dhamma?
Yeah.
Do we have to also contemplate or become our object of meditation?
Yeah. So those are because we are teaching for retreat. Retreat is we will do systematically something deeply. So like Anapana we say. But if we stay in the daily life, so all Dhammas. So need to remembrance, mindfulness is a Dhamma. So Dhamma means cause, mainly may say normally cause and effect. For example, now we are talking. What is the cause? What is the effect? For example, listening in Dhamma is wholesomeness. That wholesomeness will produce a human or Deva life. So that cause and effect. We need to remember. So if we understand, we remember like this, it is good. Just to continue to do. For example, God angry. Remember cause and effect. This is going into woeful state, going downward. So it is we should stop like that. So something we want to do, we need to remember what is Dhamma. So God angry to someone, or should I kill or should I stop my anger? What is Dhamma? So I should stop my anger. It is Dhamma. Remember what is Dhamma. I'm trying to follow. Following is like making effort. So generally, what is Dhamma? We need to remember. But if you are doing it systematically, if you are practicing Anapana, mainly Anapana. But the others occasionally we may think. For example, in a retreat, someone scolded you or something. How we should associate? What is Dhamma? So at that time, the other Dhamma thinking will come. Basically, if you are practicing Anapana. If you are practicing 32 parts, trying to remember always 32 parts. It is easier to progress. Yeah. So even worldly things, for example, if we are learning Chinese, if you remember always in Chinese, it is better to improve. Trying to forget English. So if you are learning English, trying to remember always English. So will improve quickly. So basically for everybody, we may say remembering cause and effect. Remembering like Dhamma. So that is a remembrance. Not only breathing.
Good afternoon, Bhante. Just now Bhante mentioned that a meditator meditation is to focus on suitable suitable object with suitable attitude.
Yeah.
So in this case, being a beginner on Anapanasati, so that is the suitable object. Then what is the suitable attitude?
Yes, Anapana is one kind of suitable object. So normally, if we want to improve one, systematically only have to do one. So suitable attitude is you need to think. If you are aiming to get a jhana, for example, aiming to get a jhana, you need to focus as a air, as a breathing. So if you want to practice Vipassana, or want to get a Nibbana or Megaphala, need to practice as a 4 elements or the other 9 kinds of materiality, like 8 sound. So what you are practicing. So now very beginning point, maybe according to our teacher's system, we want to get a jhana. If so, we need to think as a air. We cannot think as a 4 elements or 9 kinds of materialities. So we have to see as a conventional truth. Cannot see as a ultimate reality. So that is a right attitude. So what you want to be. In the same way, by seeing people, also by seeing being, one being. So if we have an attitude as a man and woman, that is not useful one. So if we want to practice Asubha, focus as a formlessness. If we want to practice Metta, like may you be happy, may he be happy, like that. If we want to practice Karuna, may you be free from suffering, like that. So the same object, attitude is different. Based on practicing Metta or practicing Karuna or practicing 4 elements. Yeah, that is the attitude. So normally we may say all meditation objects are right object. So attitude is accordingly what meditation you want to practice.
Bhante, I just want to know the difference between clear comprehension and wisdom. Are they the same?
So those are, we say, Sambhajanya. Sambhajanya, clear comprehension, they translate. So I didn't see about that. Maybe that is wisdom associated with mindfulness. So that is the name of two things: wisdom, mindfulness together. So you need to remember what you will do, and you need to think with the wisdom. What is that? So I think wisdom together with mindfulness. So anything you do movement. So instead of doing quickly, need to think. So need to think beneficial or not. Or after thinking that, you go together with the object. If samatha stage, if a vipassana stage, some people want to practice those movements. If so, even stretching a hand, also by knowing have to do. Oh, my mind want to stretch. The mind calls the materialities like this. So there is one of Bande in Sri Lanka. So in the commentary story, so when his disciples are coming, so because of new people, many people are coming, he happened to do something like this without understanding. So later he do again. After that, he do slowly. So disciples saw him. What you do? So once I practice meditation without remembrance, I never do any stretching, any movement. So by understanding only I do. So because of many people coming, I forget. I happen to do stretching without understanding. So because of this, he back again and trying to do again. So you need to remember to do like this. Also, you need to understand how mind is work according to Birma knowledge. So I think Sampajanya is wisdom together with the remembrance. But normally we do decision by seeing commentaries. As a action, basically we can find these two factors mainly.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't have.
Today last lesson. So.
Bhante, in the sutta it's mentioned that it's good to ask question, but if the mind is not inclined to, is happy with whatever knowledge it has and does not incline so much into asking question, but just to be content with meditation, then which both ways is fine, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't have a doubt about something, it may not be pure always the idea. So sometimes we may not ask. But if you have a good teacher, if you have a doubt, something to know, so if so, you asking is good. So, but if you don't have a doubt, if so, although no asking, okay. Just listening others' question. We may not have a question any times. Sometimes only we may have. Normally, if we ask questions, we have chance to know. If we have good people, some of people about something, they are very clever. If so, whatever we want to know, just make a question. Many informations you can get for short time. So normally can increase knowledge. But some more cases, we may not have a question always.
Bhante, is it okay that we practice at home? Then we don't go retreat.
So how I should answer? How I should answer? Those are places, one of suitable and unsuitable. Some places are spot our mind. So how is it in your home? How is it in the retreat? How is it in the retreat? We may know. How is it in your home? Quiet or not? Other people disturb or not? Or something. Based on that, we need to decide. So one of lady is meditation is quite good. So she usually sit like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. So he has one child, small boy, maybe about 10 years. So if she sit longer time, so the small boy say, "Don't you get up now?" So this is the eating time or lunch time. So nearer to her. So after some time they shouting. So because of mother, if not get up, so the boy may have akusala, thinking that I have to get up. So at home, mostly some people, there are many things to do. So because you are home, so you know in the kitchen which food to have. So you may want to eat. So like that, meditation retreat, you cannot think about the food except lunch and breakfast time. So based on those situations, so you need to choose. But some meditation retreat for some people not suitable, because at home very very comfortable. So once they got a meditation retreat, they scared in some situation, so the mind not happy. So normally most of practitioners go to forest. Never come back again. In the ancient time, never come back again. So one of the king, one Bodhisattva, his name is Mahajanaka, like that. So he's a king trying to go to forest, but many followers, a queen or ministers follow to him, so never chance. On the way, giving a talk, banning the country, or your country not peaceful, please take care again, like that. So especially queen is trying to stop the king. So after that, the king have to make a line. This is the king's authority. You should not cross this line. So other than the queen crying there, so become unconscious, fall down. So the line disappear. Other than minister follow again. So next step also queen sometimes crying and become unconscious. So at that time the king Bodhisattva, this is a suitable time to run away. So because of it is the edge of the forest, so he ran away into the forest. So make a story to be end. After this is the last time other people saw him. After going in that, never saw again. So sometimes you may need to do like this. Never so again. Huh? So some people practice like this, but for normal people not so easy. So you can go a few times in some places, you see benefit. So at that time you will know. Okay, sharing merit. Sharing merit. Idame Bonyam Asawakayam Waham Hodu Idame Bonyam Naibanasa Pachayo Hodu Mama Bonya Bhagam Sabha Sadanam Pajemi Te Sabe Me Samam Bonya Bhagam Lavandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu